Okay, so this video is going to be about making document filters. The great thing about document filters, there's two main ones. One is you can find exactly what you're looking for in a current chart. You can jump right to the consult notes or the discharge worksheet or the physical therapy notes without having to sort through the dozens of documents. The other really nice thing is that you can easily search through previous admissions without having to work too hard. So, first thing you need to do is make a default display format. So this is the default. I've had to put in some documents in this test patient. We don't have a whole lot of documents to work with here, but you'll see how it works. So basically click on this green button right here, display format. You'll see all of this crap. We're going to get rid of that, but first click Save Display Format As right here. You can call it whatever you would like. I'm going to call it Current Chart. And so basically you're saving a patient's current admission and their documents organized in a date fashion. This is how the default is set up. We're just naming it something. So now we go to Preferences, Document Review, and we see all these different display formats that we just that I just said were worthless. So basically, uncheck. Well, first thing first, go down. You see Current Chart right here, the one we just made. I want to set that as default. Okay, and then I'm going to uncheck all the things that say Include in Quick Pick. Quick Pick is the drop-down menu under the green button in the previous page. Okay, so I've left Current Chart as Including Quick Pick, and I've left Set as Default. I close that, and now the green button only has Current Chart. Okay. So now the next thing we have to do is make some filters. Now do that by going to Preferences, Document Review, Document Selection, and then the default is no document selection filter. So basically just add a new filter. Okay, and then you can call it whatever you would like. Let's do Discharge Worksheet. Enter document, Medicine Generic Discharge Worksheet. Click Add. If you wanted to, it could be more thorough. There's a couple other places where you do discharge worksheets, but really the main one is medicine. So click OK. So now you have a filter that you've made. Over here on this left side, which may be hidden from you, just open it up. One of the drop-down menus is the no document selection filter. Just change that to discharge worksheet. So now you can see we have already filtered the 3 documents down to 1, and that's great. But if you want to make it quick and easy, just like everything else, you click on Display Format, Save Display Format As. So whatever you're viewing at that moment in time will be saved for all of its features. So you can call this whatever you want. Now you have a lot of options here. Basically, whatever you have set on the initial screen here will be pulled into this area. So you can just click OK. One thing that I didn't do that I think is worthwhile to do for discharge worksheet filters is to make it all available charts from the start of all charts. So you can see the discharge worksheets from every admission for this patient since POE was implemented. So if you were to do that, you would just save, you set it all up how you want on the left, and then you click on the green button, Save Display Format As. And you could call it, excuse me, you can call it Discharge Worksheet All, or whatever you'd like to do. The other thing that could be done is you see all these display formats. Instead of having a redundant one like that, you could edit. So once you make one of these things, you can go in and click on the modify button, the little screwdriver, and here date range from, we could go back and say start of all charts, chart selection from this chart change to all available, and now we've basically done the same thing. And then I can delete this discharge worksheet all that I made because I no longer want it. Okay, so right now my default view is current chart. My secondary view I can click on is discharge worksheet, and now I'm viewing only the discharge worksheets from every admission. So if this patient has been admitted 25 times, we would see every discharge worksheet lined up here with a simple click. If you ever want to go back to your default, you just click the orange reset button and you're back to normal. One thing of note in the document review tab and window, the reset button does not change your all available charts back to this chart, so you might have to click on this chart if you only want to see the current admission. Okay, so that is the basic step of making a document review filter. Just to show you some of the other many things that can be done here. I don't know why I lost my taskbar. Here's some of my document filters. There's some great ones. PTOT SLP, that's a good one. Let's look at that one. So you can, again, this is the display format tab, which is basically what's shown underneath the green drop-down menu. This is the filter setup area. So I'm going to modify my filter. And you can see the notes that I have saved for this filter are the progress notes from OT, PT, and SLP. So it makes it very easy to find them in a current admission. Another great one is biopsy. I like my biopsy filter, and I would definitely recommend making this one. I basically have included every consult that I would care to see and every H&P that I would care to see in a given patient's chart. And this filter is set up for that display format. I call it chart biopsy. And you can see that it is set up from all available charts from the start of all charts. That's the way I like it. So, all that to say, it's a very quick way to see everything. If I had a patient on here that had been admitted several times, if HIPAA wasn't a problem, I could quickly show you with chart biopsy. You could see 20, 30 consults on a patient who's been active and quickly read them. And again, of course, you can always click the orange button to go back to your default. So back over to this patient's chart that we were working in, the test patient. One other quick thing that I will say is it's a nice way to view documents. One of my favorite ways is to click on these sunglasses and click on either bottom or right side. I like bottom. And it brings up a window within POE. You don't have to wait for it to open. Usually people double click on these things, and with the preview tab you can just click on them, quickly scroll down, find what you're looking for. As we can see, you can resize this right here to make it more screen space. So it's a quick way to read and view documents. So those are the basics of customizing document filters. I recommend that you make several and just play with it and see what you think. All right.